You're listening to Good Morning Gwinnett, a division of Noise Media Network, hosted by Audrey Bell Kearney, sharing stories about people and places around beautiful Gwinnett County, Monday through Wednesday at 10 a.m. and Thursday at 11 a.m. Southern living at its best.
Good morning, all my Gwinnetians out there in Gwinnett land and all of you around the world listen to the sound of my voice. It is a cold day in Gwinnett County. Do you hear me? It's chilly, y'all. I woke up this morning, I was freezing because, yesterday was like in the, probably up at like lower 70s. So when I went to bed, it was kind of nice, but the temperature did drop. But when I woke up this morning, I was freezing. So right now it's 48 degrees, but it feels like it's 43, and it's only going up to a high of 61. So, it's a little chilly here, but anyway, still a beautiful day. Sun is shining, no rain. It poured down yesterday. Do you hear me? I'm talking about poured down. I had to take my uncle to the doctor yesterday, and it was so weird because when we got to the doctor's office, I normally don't go in with him, but I was like, you know what, I'm going to go in with him today because I'll sit in the car and listen to a podcast and write notes and, think about things I need to be doing. But I went in with them yesterday, so as soon as you get to the door, they take your temperature. They was like, yeah, you're not coming past this point right here till we take your temperature. And I was like, well, you gotta be safe because this thing it doesn't discriminate. It does not. I saw somebody from the Star Wars pass away, and I saw a jazz player that passed away, and I saw it look like an African king or somebody that it is not discriminating, is what I'm saying. But anyway, I'm not gonna get off onto that because I still got news to talk about in that area. But anyway, I thought that was pretty, it was like one of those things like, okay, we're going to take your temperature first. So they took the temperature, took my name, because I wasn't a patient. So they took the temperature, took my name, and wrote it down on a piece of paper. And I was like, oh, okay. So you can see that everybody that had been in there, they took their names and wrote it down. The other thing that was interesting was we were the last patient for the day. So she was closing at 1 o'clock. So we were in there and out. So a lot of places are closing early, so be mindful of that. I just heard that Home Depot, if you got to go to Home Depot is going to be closing at 6 o'clock or 5 o'clock. They're going to be closing at 5 o'clock, so make sure whatever you got to get out of Home Depot, you get there before 5 o'clock because they're going to close the doors at 5 o'clock because they need to go in and clean up and re-sanitize and re-sterilize and all that kind of stuff. So they're going to be closing their doors. These are new hours for new times at 5 p.m. So if you got to get something from Home Depot, this is the opportunity for you to go get it before 5 o'clock because they're closing. And I've noticed that a lot of places are doing that. There's also food pickup downtown Lawrenceville. You can drive through and pick your food up. Dominic's is doing curbside pickup. The pizza parlors, I can't think. I think the name of the pizza parlor is Frank's. I got to get the name. They're doing curbside pickup as well. So you want to make sure, if you want to get some food, you can go pick up. I don't know if Bonefish Grill is doing curbside pickup, but I know we picked up last night, and man, was that good because it was so funny because, we eat out a lot here. It's a shame we do. And we wanted something different because we had been eating in. Like, my daughter had been cooking, and it was like, yeah, we don't want any more. We don't want anything else. Even though she made egg parmesan the night before yesterday, it was delicious. But we wanted something else, and so I had Imperial Dip from Bonefish Grill last night. It was delicious. All right, so let's get on to our horoscopes. Today is National 1 Cent Day. I have no idea what that means, but it's also April Fool's. It is April Fool's Day. April Fool's Day. April the 1st, y'all. Happy birthday, all them April Fools baby out there. I wonder why they made April 1st April Fool's Day. I don't know. What National 1 Cent Day? What does that mean? Who came up with that idea? I'm going to have to come up with a holiday and put it on the calendar. I don't know what it's going to be yet. I don't know. I'm going to think about it. And I'm going to put it out there. But anyway, today is Wednesday, April the 1st. Let's do our horoscopes brought to you by noted astrologer Micah Thiessen. And we're going to kick it off like we always do. And that is with Aries. All right, Aries. You may find yourself in a predicament with family members. Relationships have not been the best for you lately, and it's left you somewhat gun-shy. Talk to an older family member you have helped in the past. Well, Aries, you might want to look at the relationships that you're dabbling in, maybe dabbling in the wrong ones. That's why they're not working out for you. Maybe you should focus on the ones that you have. Make those strong. Who knows? Don't feel gun-shy. Just focus on the ones that you have. Stop trying to do new stuff. Who knows? Anyway, don't put yourself in a predicament with your family members. You got to live with them. And right now, a lot of us are shut in with them. So try to make that a smooth living situation as possible. Try to make it a smooth living, just smoothing it out. Who wants to be cooped up in the house with somebody who got an attitude? Ew, it's not a good thing. Taurus, you'll be able to make financial gains. Refrain from using the highway as a racetrack. Don't make mountains out of molehills if you want to avoid conflict. Again, you're locked in the house with folks. Don't make a big deal out of small stuff. Don't sweat the small stuff, Taurus. You got to be locked in with these people. Just don't do it. Give yourself some room to breathe and everybody else. See, this is going to be a family day right here. I already see it coming, Michael. Gemini, you have great insight. You'll be able to pick up on future trends if you keep your eyes peeled for unique ideas. Help children with important projects. Okay, listen, I need to talk to the Gemini today about what future trends you see. Unique ideas. Yeah, that's cool. Feel like that person's like psychic, right? I know. Cancer, abrupt changes concerning your professional position are evident. This is a great day to spend with your family. You could meet potential new mates if you go out with friends and take a pleasure trip. Listen, okay, I understand what the stars are saying, but the CDC is saying stay put. So if you're going to meet somebody, it's going to have to be after Corona leaves, because she is wreaking havoc across the world. Corona is wreaking havoc. Spend some time with your family. Ooh, Cancer, I know you saying to yourself, I have spent too much time with my family. Not really. You can never spend too much time with your family, even when they get on your nerves. Because, remember, life is precious. Leo, pleasure trips will turn out to be better than anticipated. Take care of your personal needs. You would need to spend extra time sorting through your work. All right, I don't know where you're going for pleasure, but make sure there's not 10 people in the same room, Leo. I'm just saying. Corona might be there. If there's Corona in the room, you make sure the other 9 people, the other 8 people is you included, because the Corona may be there. She show up everywhere. Let me tell you, Corona shows up. She's everywhere. Everywhere. All right. Virgo, professionalism will be of utmost importance. Romance can develop. However, it will most probably be short-lived. Don't point your finger unjustly at others. Listen here, Virgo. You may have some romance going on. Take their temperature. Take the temperature. Listen, take the temperature before you going all sliding up on somebody. Corona. See, has that person been with Corona lately? Take his temperature. I'm just saying. All right, listen, I'm going to a song. I'll be back right after the song to give you more of the horoscopes brought to you by noted astrologer Micah Thyssen. You're listening to the Good Morning Gwinnett Show.
I was living in the clouds, yeah, like 10 million explosions. Whatever happened to the picture, the one where you and I were perfect, like if heaven was a time lapse. Play the story where we'd end up. Would you pause it for a second before this thing was over? Would you come a little closer before this thing is over? Would you come a little closer? Never know till it's gone. 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 Till it's gone. Till it's gone. Till it's gone. Never know 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 till it's gone. Till it's gone. When the light fades into darkness and your fears all turn to regrets, how do you stand up without falling? How do you see it as a blessing? As I'm falling through the water, let the ocean be my witness. I believe that this has changed me. I pray it as I'm sinking. This time will be different.
Welcome back to the Good Morning Gwinnett Show. It's your girl Audrey Bell Kearney giving you the daily horoscopes brought to you by noted astrologer Micah Thiason. We're going to pick it up with Libra. You will be popular with acquaintances. However, loved ones could feel left out and insecure, and it can lead to problems. You may have a hidden adversary who would love to prove you wrong. Watch out for them backstabbers, them little envious folks. Watch out for them. Just watch out for them, Libra. You know you got a lot of them. All right, Scorpio. You can get ahead if you're willing to take a partner. Take a close look at any contracts you sign in order to be sure exactly where you stand. Don't bother getting even. They'll make themselves look bad. Here's the thing, Scorpio. Take a look at the contract closely, right? However, if you don't understand one line in that contract, seek a professional. I say this all the time because contracts can be very tricky. Seek out a professional to look over the contract to make sure that you know what you're signing. Don't try to do it yourself if you don't know what the heck you're doing. If you don't know anything about contract law, what a contract means, and if it's not pure and simply blatant like what it means, seek a professional. That's all I'm saying. And don't worry about trying to get even with nobody. If they did something stupid, they're going to make themselves look bad. Just wait on it. Wait on it. All right. Sagittarius. Your mate needs extra attention and is feeling rather insecure when you're not in sight. A lot of insecurity going on today. Your support and concern will help. Much knowledge can be obtained through the experiences you have. Money-making ventures may just turn your life around. Okay, Sag. All right. Money-making, I always get excited when I see that, right? Money-making ventures, start a business. I get excited about that. Money-making ventures may just turn your life around. Good luck to you, and I hope it turns your life around for the best, for the better. I'm just saying, that's my hope for you and prayer for you today, Sagittarius. Capricorn, travel for business or pleasure will be enlightening. Underhandedness will affect your reputation. However, be careful with luggage. It may be rerouted. All right. Somebody's trying to mess you up. Somebody's trying to ruin your reputation, Capricorn. So watch your back. Watch the ones that smile in your face because they're probably trying to stab you in the back. Smiling faces sometimes. They don't tell the truth. That's a song, y'all. It's an old song. Smiling faces tell lies. And I've got proof. That's a song. It's an old song. Back in my Mother's Day song. I know. Watch your back, Capricorn. Aquarius, don't jump as quickly as you usually do. Do not invest in ventures that only appear to be lucrative. Make sure that you make reservations early. I don't know where you're going, Aquarius, but make your reservations early. Now, here's the thing. Right now, we're in a time where Corona is messing up a lot of stuff. So make sure that that's somewhere you want to go. So if you cannot go, you can go back later. If that makes sense, right? Because I've heard someone told me yesterday that they have a reservation, or someone they know have a my niece told me this. Her mom has a reservation somewhere that she and her friends are supposed to go in July. And whoever they made the reservation with is refusing to cancel the reservation because they say we don't know what's going to happen by July. So to me, that's not a person I want to do business with. Like if I want to cancel my reservation and I'm this early, then you should cancel my reservation. It's one thing to wait a little bit longer and get closer to the date, then you can't cancel. But I'm trying to cancel now, and you're telling me you're not going to cancel my reservation because it's too early to tell. That's not good business. Not good business. So make sure when you make that reservation today, Aquarius, it's something that you can afford to lose if things change. Understand the contract, what the reservation is saying. Understand all of that, because I'm sure, we didn't think that this was going to be happening. So because we were going on a cruise. Like we were scheduled. I had to speak on a cruise. I was going to Belize. I was excited about that, and I think it was late January or early February. My partner who was doing this cruise, she said, I think we need to cancel. So we called the person that booked the cruise, and she's like, no, you don't need to cancel. We got it all under control. And by the end of the night, we was like, yeah, we need to cancel. And sure enough, it was about 25 of us going on this cruise, because I was a speaker, my husband was going, my friends were going, everybody was going on this cruise because it was an 8-day cruise. We wasn't speaking a whole 8 days. We were speaking one day at the International Impact Summit. I was speaking. And then the rest of them 7 days was going to be fun. And my husband had never been on a cruise, so we were all excited about that. Like, we want to have a good time. And we canceled. But if we had waited, like, another 5 days, we would have only have gotten back 75% of our money. Right? And that was crazy. So this was like a Tuesday. And she's like, well, after Friday, then you only get 75%. We was like, we canceling the night. So everybody canceled that night. And we glad we did, because she was like, no. They're testing people. No, she didn't say they were testing. She's like, they was checking their passport. And for me, I'm like, well, passport doesn't mean anything. If they're telling me I could be exposed because my neighbor went somewhere and they came to my house, that's not on my passport that my neighbor went to China. They went to China and they came to my house, and now I have been, you know what I mean? So that wasn't telling me anything. So after she was like saying that, like, I thought that was stupid. And I was like, you know what? I don't need to hear no more. Because what you just said, like, because I said to her, well, how are they vetting people to get on the ship? Are they testing them are they taking the temperature at the door? And she's like, nah, they taking the passport and blah, blah, blah. That wasn't a good answer for me. Because you can't tell anything from a passport. Except for where that person's been. However, doesn't tell you about the neighbor, the husband, the cousin, the uncle that was around last week. It didn't tell you any of that. So I knew right then. I stopped talking. It was a 3-way call. I just shut my mouth. I ain't had nothing else to say, because I was like, yeah, we canceling. Like, you didn't say anything to make me feel comfortable at that point. To be stuck on a ship for 8 days in foreign waters, I just didn't feel it. And so for me, I was like, yep, I'm done. That was it for that. All right, but anyway, let me go on. Pisces, my fellow fish. Pisces, go out with friends. I don't think so. You get disillusioned if you let a relative in on your emotional thoughts. Get involved in groups that are creative in nature. That I'll do. I'm not going out with my friends. I love you to life, friends, but we're not going anywhere just yet. And I don't know what relative is trying to get in on my emotional thoughts. But yeah, I ain't trying to do that either. Unless you heard it on this show, I ain't saying nothing. I plead the fifth. I ain't doing it. All right, so that's all the horoscopes I got for you today. I'll be back again tomorrow at 11 a.m. to bring you more of the horoscopes brought to you by noted astrologer Micah Thyssen. But right now, let's get on to some news you can use. All right, so let's go. I gotta tell you what's going on. So right now, oh Lord. Right now, there are 4,117 cases of corona here in Georgia, according to figures released last night at 7 p.m. It has resulted in 885 hospitalizations and 125 deaths. Just last night, 300 new cases came in to bring us up to that 4,117 cases. That means it's growing. It is growing, people. The state has conducted 1,921 tests with commercial labs and have conducted another 14,260 tests. So they're testing now here in Georgia. They're testing it. The state has not released county-by-county figures on the number of tests administered in specific communities. Not yet. Right now in Gwinnett County, and we are number 3 still. We are number 3 still. So let's look at where we are. By counties. I'm not going to go through all the counties, but I'm going to, oh my God, Doherty County just jumped to number 2. We're number 6. Doherty County we're number 5. We're still number 5. All right, so here we are. I'm going to give you a few of the counties, the top 10 counties, I guess. So right now we got 4,117 cases of corona here in Georgia. Oh my God. Fulton County has 599 cases, 18 deaths. Doherty County, which is my home, it breaks my heart, has 466 cases, but 26 deaths. My uncle is still on life support right now, fighting for his life. DeKalb County has 360 cases and 4 deaths. Cobb County has 287 cases, 13 deaths. You don't even hear a lot about that. Gwinnett County has 242 cases with 2 deaths. Bartow County has 137 cases with 3 deaths. Carroll County has 123 cases with 1 death. Clayton County has 112 cases and they have 3 deaths. Listen to this. Lee County, which is very close to Albany, Doherty County, has 90 cases and 7 deaths. 90 cases and 7 deaths. So, there you have it, guys. There you have it. And it's all over Georgia. I don't think there's a county in Georgia that does not have a case. Not one. There's some counties that have 1 case. It may be, no deaths. They got 183 unknown cases. I don't know what that means. But it's still here and it's growing. And we still have to be careful. And I know people don't want to be careful and they want to go on like life as usual. Not right now. Life is not usual right now. It's not. You know what I'm saying? It's not usual. People are dropping. And the thing about it, you don't know who. Like, I don't think my uncle had any underlying issues. I don't know that they wait too long because maybe they thought it was going to pass. I don't know. All I know is my aunt called us and said, you know what? Take him to the ER. Took him to the ER. They admitted him. Then that night, they had to fly him to Macon, Georgia because he was so bad. And then they put him on life support. Now he's on dialysis and life support. So he is fighting for his life. And we're praying for him. Uncle Marvin, we're praying for you. He's a good person. He has a good heart. We're praying for you. We're praying for all the people right now who have loved ones that are suffering from this thing. I'm going to call it disease. It's not a virus. It's a disease. We're praying for the ones who have lost loved ones. Can't even go to a funeral. It's crazy. I was looking at the news the other night, and they were showing New York. I'm telling you, it looked like something out of a science fiction bad movie. They were loading bodies onto a refrigerated truck because they didn't have room to put the people in the morgue in New York. Right? They were loading people onto refrigerated trucks. People that had passed away because the morgue was overrunning with people. It looks like something out of a bad movie. But anyway, that's where we are. That's where we are right now. Governor Kemp, okay, let me back up for a second before I get to Governor Kemp, because I heard this last night. Last night I was looking at MSNBC or CNN or one of those. Okay, so please tell me why this makes sense, because it doesn't make sense to me. So Governor Cuomo was on TV and he was saying, and I thought this was, oh my God, it's just so terrible. He was saying that New York needs respirators, right? New York needs respirators. California needs respirators. Washington State needs respirators. Hell, there's a whole bunch of cases in Oregon now that popped up. They need respirators. So all these people need respirators, right? So instead of our federal government stepping in and making sure everybody get the respirators they need, all of these states have to bid against each other for respirators. So your life is on the line because the states have to bid on the respirators. And the highest bidder get the respirators. Now, then on top of that, FEMA jumps into the bidding process to bid against the other states for the respirators, the ventilators. Can somebody please tell me why that makes sense? Just tell me, because email me, Audrey@GoodMorningGwinnett, and tell me why in the world would there be a bidding process when people's lives are on the line for ventilators? And why in the world would FEMA get into the game with the states to bid against them for the ventilators? Please, somebody tell me. Why haven't the federal government stepped in to make sure that all of the states have ventilators, at least some, without having to go through a bidding process, and people are laying up there can't breathe because they don't have ventilators? Because the state has to bid against the other states to see if my people in my state live and your people die. Somebody please tell me why that makes sense. Because it doesn't make any sense to me. And then FEMA, which is the Federal Emergency Assistance, why are they in there bidding against all of the states? I'm just saying, somebody need to tell me why that makes sense. Because right now, I can't see it. It's stupid. It's irresponsible. And the federal government needs to be ashamed of itself. People's lives are on the line. You got the states bidding. They don't want to bid against each other. They want to save the people in their states. And then FEMA gets into the game. What the heck is that about? Sounds crazy. People are fighting for their life. Listen, let me tell y'all something. If you got a family member right now fighting for their life because they need a ventilator, call the federal government. Because that's what's going on. So for those of you who don't know what's going on, the federal government is making the states bid on these ventilators. And now FEMA is involved as well as a bidder against the states. As if there's not a problem already. I'm just saying. I'm all right, I'm going to a song because, I get annoyed with this stuff because it's so stupid. I'm going to a song. I'll be right back after this song to give you more of the rundown about what's going on in and around Gwinnett County and around the world.
So casually keep diving into concrete. So bittersweet. Keep losing sleep while driving in the backseat. What's left of me? Drowning in what feels just like an ocean. Negativity is getting closer. Hard to keep the heat when it gets colder. Sometimes everything just gets hard. Sometimes everything just gets harder. Feeling like I'm missing some parts. Days just keep on getting much darker. Even when I'm down in the lower, I remember what you were saying. Sometimes all you need is a spark. And maybe just a better kind of bitter. Lose gravity, I'm swimming in the quicksand. Up to my knees. Keep losing sleep, I'm manic, dream at midnight. So hard to please. Drowning in what feels just like an ocean. Negativity is getting closer. Hard to keep the heat when it gets colder. Sometimes everything just gets hard. Sometimes everything just gets harder. Feeling like I'm missing some parts. Days just keep on getting much darker. Even when I'm down in the lower, I remember what you were saying. Sometimes all you need is a spark. And maybe just a better kind of bitter.
Welcome back to the Good Morning Gwinnett show. So, Governor Brian Kemp is sending more than 100 Georgia National Guard members to oversee operations at assisted living facilities and nursing homes in the state where elderly residents have been infected with coronavirus. This thing is out of hand, y'all. Now we got to bring in the National Guards. That's how bad it is. Yep. So senior citizens are among the most vulnerable population at risk for harmful health effects from COVID-19, the disease caused by the novel strain of coronavirus that has sparked a global pandemic. The virus has infected at least 3,807 people. No, that number has increased. So yesterday was 3,817. Yesterday at noon. Yesterday at 7 o'clock, it went up to 4,117. So it increased. Yep. and 125 have died. So on Tuesday, 20 National Guard members were deployed to Pelham Parkway Nursing Home in South Georgia, according to a news release from the governor's office. The Pelham facility has reported 5 residents tested positive for coronavirus, Kemp said. The 20 soldiers in Pelham are tasked with cleaning the facility, auditing the sanitation methods, and training staff on measures aimed at halting the virus spread. So they're going to be in there, teaching them how to clean up everything, get it all right. There's another thing that's going on right now, and I know this is national news, but this is Good Morning Gwinnett and beyond. It's beyond right now because it's stuff going on all over the world that I know that some people may not know about because they don't get online and read the newspaper online and things like that. But there's a ship out to sea over in Guam that has infected sailors on it, and they're saying help us because these guys are at sea. They're not at war, but they have the coronavirus, and so they're in a very close quarter. So I don't even know how so unless you're sleeping on deck, the air is circulating throughout the ship. So if people are breathing and they're coughing and they need help, so they're telling them, please help us. Like, we don't want to lose these guys to a virus. They have trained to be fighters, and now they're fighting for their life, fighting an invisible war. An invisible war. And so they're asking for help. They're asking for help, and they want the government to step in and help them. So we got to keep our prayers up for them too. Like, they joined the military to fight for us. Now they're fighting for their lives because the coronavirus is there, and it is wreaking havoc everywhere. Just wreaking havoc. All right, let me get on to some good news, y'all. Because I'm telling you, this news right here is just all I can talk about because that's all the news I see. Like, I get my news from the Gwinnett Daily Post, and I get my other news from the Atlanta Journal-Constitution, and that's what I see. I do get some other news every now and then. I used to get a whole lot of news. Right now, everything is about coronavirus. It's everywhere. But anyway, let's go on to some good news, right? Let me tell you this. So, on March 26th, a Lawrenceville citizen who wanted to remain completely anonymous donated enough reusable face masks to make it possible for each police officer to have 2 masks. This person wanted to stay anonymous. As of yesterday, the CDC was still advising people who are sick to wear a face mask when around other people and before entering healthcare providers' office. So these guys, our police officers, our emergency teams, they're out there. They have to pick up some of these people. They have to talk to people, and we have a mask shortage. So someone anonymously came forward and donated masks that can be reused, and that's a good thing. God bless your soul, whoever you are. Yeah, God bless your soul. I saw a video yesterday that people were making masks out of bras, right? And this one lady, she put something in the bra. She said it was something that the like a paper mask is made out of. So she put what's up? I forgot, was some kind of citrate or nitrate or something. But she really made it because they were saying, homemade masks are not really considered protection equipment. Since they're not made they're not made to protect healthcare professionals. However, somebody done figured out what they need to put in. This lady had figured it out. She was on YouTube because I was looking like, okay, we have like 6 N95s left in the house, and I'm like, we need some more, and we can't get them. Because I went to Amazon to buy more, and there were none. There was some masks on there that looked like they were pretty good. They looked like the N95, but they looked like they were plastic, and they had like a little filter on it. They look pretty cool. Like it could be something you use, but people are starting to like do whatever they gotta do. So they've been making masks out of bras. Like, they was like, listen, we gotta get this thing done. What that is, it was something she said that helps you, that helps with that. All right, so yeah, cool. All right, so also a Gwinnett-based business acquires mass respirators from China to donate to the hospital. See, the citizens are stepping up. They're saying, look, we gotta help. We got to help do what we got to do right now because the government is acting like a fool. I'm just saying. All right, so there's a shortage of surgical masks and N95 respirators that people working on the front lines of the pandemic and civilians in emergency rooms need to prevent the respiratory illness that has hospitalized hundreds in Georgia, hundreds. And so as the need has grown, there have been instances of communities responding to meet a to meet it. A Gwinnett-based business with special access to the supplies needed during this time of crisis used personal connections to donate 500 N95 respirators, 10,000 surgical masks to Atlanta hospitals, including Northside Gwinnett. Yep. And Northside is saying, you know what, we're grateful for this donation. So anything you can do right now. As a matter of fact, the Geek Space over in Swanee, and I was asked to announce this by Christine, and I think they're wonderful over there. So the Geek Space are over there right now. I told y'all the Geek Space is the best kept secret in Georgia, in Gwinnett County. So the Geek Space is a facility. If you are a maker, you can go over there and pretty much make anything. Well, there's 3D printers there, and they are making masks over there right now. She asked me, she emailed me last night and said, hey, can you announce this on the show? So the Geek Space in Gwinnett County, they're making masks. They're sewing masks over there. They need people to help them sew. They also have 3D printers over there. I'm sure they probably can 3D print some stuff as well. They need you to volunteer. So if you know how to sew, if you are a maker, they need you to volunteer to make masks over at the Geek Space. So go to, let me see, can I get the website for you? She didn't give me a number. Let me see if she gave me a number. I don't have a number. Here's what I'm going to do. I'll announce this again tomorrow. Like once I get all the information where you need to go. But I know right now they need people that know how to sew to make these masks. They have sewing machines already there. They have a sewing room. If you make anything, you want to learn how to make stuff, this is the place. Unfortunately, right now we can't gather up and make anything because of what's going on. But they're saying that they need people to help them sew. So they're looking for you, if you know how to sew, if you know how to do 3D printing, to help them make these necessary supplies that are needed right now for our people who are on the front line of this virus at hospitals and on ambulances and police cars. They need your help. So I'll have more information about that tomorrow once I get all the information from Christine about what you need to do next. She's going to send me that information via email. Once I get that, I'll bring that back to you tomorrow for more information about that. Also, you are in the southern part of Gwinnett County, Snellville area, Lilburn area, Rockdale County. There has been a water main break. You need to boil your water. Do not brush your teeth. None of that stuff. So Snellville and the southernmost part of Gwinnett County, sandwiched between DeKalb and Rockdale counties, residents in the affected area should not drink the water. Don't wash your dishes. Don't brush your teeth. Don't prepare baby food with the water unless you boil it first. At least 1 minute. There has been a water main break in that area. Do not wash anything with that water. It is not safe. Boil the water first. Boil the water first. Do not drink it. Don't brush your teeth. Don't put it in your food. Boil it first. Okay? If you are in the Snellville area, if you are in Rockdale, if you snuggle between Rockdale and DeKalb, do not drink the water. Brush your teeth. Do not put it in the food. Water first. All right? The water department will post a notice at Gwinnett H2O.com. The water department will post a notice at Gwinnett H2O.com when the advisory has been lifted and the water is safe to consume. So for more information, make sure to go to Gwinnett H2O.com for more information. All right, guys, that's all I got for you today. I'm going to go to my last song. I'll be right back after the song to give you my inspiration of the day. Stay tuned.
That does the things that you do. I just wanna call, see if we're okay, babe. All I wanna ask you is, I don't wanna push you farther away, no. I don't wanna play no games. I just wanna call, see if we're okay, babe. All I wanna ask you is, are you down for? Are you up for? So wanna be together, be together. Babe, I want you. I'll be the one you trust. You're all that matters, all that matters. Are you down for? Are you up for? So wanna be together, I wanna be together. Babe, I want you. I'll be the one you trust. You're all that matters, all that matters to me.
Welcome back. So this is the end of the show for today, y'all. But before I go, I want to give you some inspiration. And here it is. The harder you work for something, the greater you feel when you achieve it. That is so true. You know, sometimes people tell you, oh, you don't have to work hard. Yeah, you may not have to work your fingers to the bone sometimes. But let me tell you something. The more effort you put into something, the greater you feel when you achieve it. Whenever I achieve anything, like when I have a to-do list, right? And whenever I check something off my list, that means I accomplished something, no matter how small it is. Because I had to do the thing to get it off the list. So that's hard work for me sometimes. Sometimes because some things I am fearful of, and I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Some things I am fearful of doing. So especially when I do something that like scares me, yeah, I get scared. I check that off my list. Oh my God, I feel like I've accomplished the world. You hear me? When I check something off my list. So the harder you work for something, the greater you'll feel when you achieve it. Right? When you check things off your list, you're going to feel great. So what do you need to check off your list today so you can feel great? And right now, you probably need to check off some things to make yourself feel good. Like you ain't got to keep feeling bad. I know we're all in this thing together. We are, for real. And some of us are feeling just really depressed because it is really a depressing thing if you let it make you depressed. So right now, what I would tell you, find something that you need to check off your list, get it done, check it off, and then hit me up and let me know what you checked up. And let me know how you feel. Do that by going to audrey@goodmorninggwinnett.com and email me. That's all I got for you today. I'll be back again tomorrow at 11 a.m. Thank you so much for sticking around and listening to me today. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you spent the last 49 minutes with me, and I appreciate you so much. Be safe out there, y'all. Hug your family, but make sure you take the temperature first. You don't want to get sick, and you don't want them to get sick. Take your temperature, too. Do that thing. Be careful out there. Be safe. I'll be back again tomorrow at 11 a.m. with more of the Good Morning Gwinnett show. If you like the show, be sure to subscribe to the show by going to goodmorninggwinnett.com. There's a variety of ways for you to subscribe to the show. Do us a favor, subscribe to the show, share the show, especially with people who are shut in, who do not get on the internet and read the news. They can listen to this news every day. So share the show with your friends. If you like the show, give it 5 stars. I appreciate that so much. I'll be back again. Until next time, y'all. Make it a great day. Bye now.
You've been listening to Good Morning Gwinnett. Make sure to tune in Monday through Wednesday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time to find out what's happening around Gwinnett. If you missed an episode, go to www.goodmorninggwinnett.com to catch up. If you liked this episode, subscribe to the show now and share it with your friends. To learn more about Noise Media Network, visit www.noisemedia.us.